Here's another crafty but cheeky idea from Mel Stover. I showed that one with three pieces for pyramid. It should be 2 pieces. This is a similar one. It's the old Donkeys and Riders, which was invented in the 1870s in America. It was, and it required you to cut a card like that into 3 pieces. There was a donkey here, and a donkey here, and a jockey, 2 pair of jockeys here. When you put them together, you had to make it look right, like them, and it was quite tricky actually. Anyway, what Mills did is always something tricky. He says, I've got a version of this, but it's some zebras and clowns, if that's okay with you, but it's the same sort of idea. And he says reflectively, I've got 2 of them actually, so just in case I'll show you how it works, but just in case you like it, and you reach across and push this into your pocket like that and tap too gently and say, that's for the wife or the kids, an extra one in case you want it. That was the clever bit. So what happens when we try to make this work? Well, here's one that's cut up. It's in 3 pieces, and you've done the right thing, which is to cut it into 3 pieces. 2 animals, they were originally donkeys, now they're zebras, and one of these, and you have to arrange them. And if you know the item, you try to do the obvious, which is have them back to back like that, and have the riders in between, not up and down like that, which is obvious, but vertically, which is a very, very clever idea. And that's how Sam Lloyd's original worked. But look what's happened here. We've got a bizarre situation where we've got a zebra with 2 tails, or with 2 lots of legs, and we've got one with 2 heads. I mean, it's totally bizarre. Let's see if I can get close to the camera. A 2-headed zebra, like a push me pull you, isn't it? And 2 tails, hopeless. So it won't work at all. And if you've never seen it before, you'd struggle on for quite a while trying to work out how to do it. If you knew what you're supposed to do, you say it can't be done. You say, yes, it can. You've got to remember. He put the solution in your pocket. So what you're supposed to do, I'll show it to you in its form. You can't have this one and this one because it's like you have left and right-handed threads on something, or clockwise and anti-clockwise. There's the wrong handedness. You've got to have 2 like this or 2 like that. So let's try 2 like this. Here we are. This is the second one. I don't need to cut up the second one. And now when you put this back to back, which is like that, and forget about the bottom one, just those 2 pieces back to back, they're both going in opposite directions. And now when we put the donkeys across, I think it'll work very nicely. With a bit of luck, I'll try and turn it like that. We'll see if we can get to... And there he is, a clown and another clown riding properly on the donkeys, one upside down, never mind, the other one the other way up like that. It works very well. But what a clever old fellow he was to think of the idea of putting one in there, so you could deny yourself the actual solution to the puzzle because you've already tucked it away. The last thing you want to do is tuck things away when Mel Stover gives a thing. So cheeky, but very clever. Here's a couple more. No, 3 more of these cheeky puzzles, which I like so much. This one is from R.G. Watkins, a lovely American who I met many years ago. And he called it the world's simplest sliding block puzzle. I've got lots and lots of these sliding blocks where you're supposed to go from A to B and all the way through. And this one here is, well, there's the start and there's the finish. I suppose I should write in it, S-T-A-R-T, but you put the block on there and you somehow got to reach the finish, which is over there. Well, shall I have a go? Well, have a go. Wow, look at that, first time. Well, all right, yes, it's real tongue-in-the-cheek stuff, nonsense. But quite witty, especially if you're playing with some real, genuine puzzles, then you bring out this one and say, can you do this? So, very silly, but fun. And another one, which is a take on wooden puzzles, was this one from a lovely guy, Noel, who I met so many years ago, who was making wooden things and couldn't think what to do with all the wood chips that were sitting on the floor of his bench of his workshop. He suddenly had a brilliant idea to sweep them all up, and instead of burning them or putting them away, he put them into packages and called it the... Let's see if we get it to focus, this one. And the ultimate... Well, there are the pieces. That's what you've got to make. One of my friends with a lovely sense of humour did send me a block looking like this and said, here we are, Tim, I've done it, but there's a piece missing in the middle or something. We had a lot of laughs about that, but what a lovely way of recycling something that otherwise would be wasted or slack. But it's tongue in the cheek. There we are. The last one here, which is actually not those two at all, but it's a flick book. This is interesting because when I got an early sample of this, the chap who first invented it was an Icelandic, or a son of an Icelandic artist. It came out about 20 years earlier. And it's a flip book, which means I'm going to flip it like that. When I flipped it, I did find that it was okay, but all it was a fan. He actually hand drew his version. This is a properly made manufacturing book. So would you bother with a flip book that's just showing you a fan? I didn't get the idea, but one of my colleagues said, no, no, no. What you're supposed to do get it? Hold it up to the face like that. And lovely breeze. Oh, very nice. Cool breeze. That's brilliant. Nice flurry sound as well. And on the back cover of the book, they make a nice comment, which I like as well. The world's coolest book, yes. So something that's cheeky for the cheek, but something for the brow as well. Very nice idea, that.